Tracking Hurricane Ian, you're seeing a live camera shot. This is from Key West, Florida. Wind whipping the palm trees, rain already reaching the state, but the main part of the storm that's still to come ashore. Walt Disney World, Universal Orlando, they're closing tomorrow and Thursday due to the storm.
Ian made landfall in western Cuba earlier today. The National Hurricane Center says it hit Cuba as a Category 3 storm with sustained winds of 125 miles an hour. More than 55,000 people were evacuated ahead of the storm. In Havana, the big concern is flooding from heavy rains.
Now, this national story has a local connection. Many Valley natives live in Florida now.
And instead of preparing for fall, they're getting ready for something completely different. We put out a call on social media, and within minutes, our newsroom was flooded with calls and emails. First News reporter Abigail Cloutier is live tonight with that story. Abby.
Yeah, Valley residents here are used to rain, the weather changing every 5 minutes. But for those residents that live in Florida, they tell me this hurricane is something completely different. And Florida officials say that this hurricane could be historic. I talked to Bob Hanna, who just moved to the St. Petersburg area in June, and they're unable to leave his infant son stuck in the NICU. Take a listen.
Super nervous, but, holding it together the best I can for everybody.
Bob and his wife, Latricia, made the decision to move to Florida when she was pregnant with their fourth child, Vaughn, after finding out he had a hole in his diaphragm.
For Dr. K's here in St. Pete, he's north of 90%. And that includes even the most severe cases, which unfortunately, my son was severe, very severe.
Latricia had a C-section on the 15th. Vaughn is still in the NICU on a ventilator at Johns Hopkins All Children's Hospital. So they decided that Latricia will stay at the hospital, which locked down for the storm at 2 this afternoon.
She's going to ride out the hurricane with Vaughn, my son that's in the ICU there, and then I'm going to be up here.
Bob and their 3 kids are prepared to stay at their home 55 miles inland. They're not the only ones locking down. Tom Phibbs moved to Sarasota 3 years ago with his wife and kids. They're in Zone C of the storm, but their biggest worry is losing power. He said gas stations are empty and store shelves are ransacked.
Flashlights, forget it. Like the whole aisle's gone. Water, as soon as they were putting cases of water out, people were taking them.
Haley Woke is from Niles but moved to Tampa in 2013 and works at several hospitals in Clearwater as a traveling nurse. She said hospitals are getting a huge influx of patients from evacuated hospitals and retirement homes.
So I'm on the A team, which means that tomorrow when I report to work, I probably won't make it back home until Friday.
One thing that everyone told me is even though they are worried about damage to their homes, they're all grateful that their families are safe. Reporting for WKBN 27 First News, I'm Abigail Cloutier.